We're here to spread, helping others prosper every day. We are live here on Facebook and YouTube. Elsie's kind of getting it set up. In the meantime, what would she say hi to you guys?
Hi guys.
There you go. Hi guys. Again, we are here to spread the love and hope, helping others prosper every day. That's our mission. That's our life goal, is to really help you guys prosper. And this segment is really just about helping you guys prosper in relationships and marriage. And we're not your marriage gurus. We just real talk about things that we've been through, things that we've learned, and just share them with you guys. And hopefully, you guys can learn and grow from them as well. But yeah, so we let's go ahead and get started with an action step. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you guys enjoyed some time with your family and or maybe by yourself, and you fix yourself the whole turkey and ham, whatever you did. But hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, action step. What's the action step? Action step. So the action step is really just to help us really take action in our relationships and our marriages, so we can all better together. So we're doing the action step. We hope that you guys are doing the action step, so you guys aren't just listening to these and not getting value, but actually applying what we're teaching and applying things so you can better your relationships. Hey, Deidre. And then, yeah, so Elsie, go ahead and start off with the action step.
So the action step is give a How do you say that?
Genuine.
I was earlier. I said genuine, and I'm like, I don't know why I said that. A genuine compliment to either your spouse or maybe a friend or maybe somebody that you're in the grocery store. Just give a genuine compliment about whatever. Like today, I got a compliment for a poncho that I had on today.
Was it a guy?
No, it was a
Oh, it
female.
better not be. No, I'm just kidding.
So I mean, it put a smile on my face. I mean, so that's why it actually helps people and put a smile on their face if they're feeling down or whatnot. So it's always good to give a compliment. Not something that you do it just to do it, but actually you mean it. You mean like your hair is nice, or I like that jacket, or you know whatever compliment you can give.
But make it genuine, especially if you're talking about your wife and your husband. And don't just do something that you do every single day. Go in depth. Think about something that they've done recently that you just want to give them a compliment on, or their cooking or something, and make it genuine. And so we're gonna do that as well. And we encourage you guys to do this every single night before you go to sleep. That's going to be the action step. So every single night before you go to sleep, go ahead and give a genuine compliment.
Or it can be throughout the day. It doesn't have to be at night, but I mean, you can start off that. I mean, if you want to say, if
I said
Adam.
spouse.
Oh.
Spouse is gonna be into the night. But if it's a friend or something, then yeah.
Well, you can also do it throughout the night, because I would say you look handsome in your suit in the morning.
There's no limit to how many comments you guys can compliment. You guys can give compliments throughout the whole day. We just want you guys to do it, and yeah. So let's go ahead and dive right in. What's the topic for today?
Excuse me. So the topic is, why haven't they married me yet? Why haven't they married me yet? So this is more of people who are dating and probably dating for a while. I mean, I know a lot of my family members, they've been dating for a while and not yet married. And we're going to give you 4 reasons why either the boyfriend or girlfriend aren't ready, right?
No, I mean, we're just gonna give 4 reasons why. I mean, there might be more reasons, but these are just 4 reasons that we saw and did some research on. But also, we're gonna give you reasons, the big reason why at the end of why we think. So yeah, what's the first reason that one of the reasons that it could be?
Man, maybe not financially secure, meaning that they're not, I mean, they're I don't know.
I mean, coming from a man, so the man, he's the protector. He wants to take care of the home. He wants to take care of the house. And so being able to, wanting to be able to to take care of things. So he wants to just make sure he has everything in order, his finances. He has a place to for the house or for the wife to stay and the
Yeah, your
potential
story.
kids, just depending on that. So for me, um,
Mm,
I would say that like this wasn't necessarily like a reason I didn't want to get married, but I was raised. You get the home ready for the wife. You get the you pay for everything to get ready. So when you guys get married, you guys move in and have your own place and everything together. Now I know situations are different and some people are struggling, but um, and that's the reason maybe sometimes you're not ready to get married is because you are struggling and you need you want to have everything in order, but also talk with them about that. Just let them know, hey, I really want to make sure, as a man of the house, as a woman of the house, that I have everything in order before we go ahead and take this next step. That sound good? What if I said that to you?
I don't know. You already had everything already. So when we got married, he had everything already planned out. I mean, he told me, we didn't live together when we got married. That's one thing that we did good on is that we didn't live together because he was still living at home and I was still living at home as well. And he says his lifetime savings since.
Yeah, paid for the wedding and the house that we moved into.
So yeah,
Savings gone.
I mean, our first place was really decent. It was actually nice compared to most people when they get married. But yeah, so he was able to provide that. And I think that's one thing is good is that you want to have savings. I mean, it's really true because you don't want to. You don't. For me personally, I wouldn't want to marry somebody who is struggling financially. Not that I wouldn't be able to provide, but our money combined together when we get married is our money together. It's not his money or my money. It's you guys are combined together, and I appreciate that. I didn't think about it until we actually got until I understand what a marriage is, because I don't think. I mean, I went through. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but this is probably something different, but yeah, I mean, I'm grateful that he was able to do that. He was able to provide that for us, not knowing, what our future holds. I mean, he was raised by his mom, who's awesome. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, from the female's perspective too. I mean, yeah, you don't want to just go jumping into marriage. The guy can't take care of you. Of course, you can take care of yourself and stuff, but when you come into that marriage, you want to make sure that you both are set to go. But that goes to the next. So the next one, the next reason, one of the reasons why is maybe you're nagging instead of encouraging. So those little hints that you try to give him, those aren't necessarily helpful. I mean, if you're just kind of pushing it, or if you go to weddings and like, oh, I wish that was me, and just saying all these things that aren't really encouraging, and because you don't know what he's going through, so maybe you're saying things that you're just, I wish we was married, or if you would do this, if we were married, this would be different. And so just saying things like that aren't really encouraging. Affirmation, it would be the best type of encouragement. So just uplifting him, speaking positive over it, speaking things into that your current relationship to where he wants to get married because he feels like even if he's not financially secure, you got his back. You're encouraging him, you're uplifting him, you're speaking words of affirmation over him, and he's gonna feel more comfortable in that situation.
yeah, I do want to touch on that. When you're nagging, that's just gonna show your boyfriend or even nowadays you have the female who would ask the guy to marry them, but you don't want to nag them and just be like, oh, and it happens all the time. So the reason why a female would keep nagging is because either a family member got married. I actually read this today, is that a lot of times when a
Sup,
woman
Dom?
when a woman talks to or when a woman is in this environment where everyone's getting married around them and she feels like, oh man, we've been together for 5 years, I still haven't done this, and then that's when you start nagging that person. But instead of doing that, like Adam said, do affirmation, which is so important, especially if that's their
Love
love
language.
love language. And that's one thing that that can uplift them, be like, man, she's like very encouraging and this and that, and maybe that. And that also ties in, like I said, that also ties in the financial. I mean, he's probably not yet secure of the financially. Why isn't this? Sorry, guys. So yeah.
Yeah, don't compare. I mean, don't compare about whatever someone else is doing. Maybe they got married at a younger age. Like for us, I mean, we've been together since high school. So if you try to compare that to maybe your current situation, it's way different because we've been together for longer and had to experience certain things where you guys maybe don't have that, maybe a solid connection yet. So
Yeah, and another thing, I mean, for me about comparing, so people ask, I mean, this is totally off the topic, but this is just an example, is that, we've been together for 10 years, we've been married for 5 years, and we don't have kids yet. And some of you guys know our situation, but there's still people, I mean, I get pressured by my family. I get, not in a bad way, they just ask me why, what's wrong in this and that, and sometimes it takes me down because, like, if there is anything wrong with this, but I know that there's nothing wrong with this, and I know that God has, you know, constructed things to happen in our life that we may or may not like. So that's one thing that you got to make sure. Also, the environment you're in, and because I mean, what's that word? People influencing you. That's why a lot of times you got to stay away from people who don't encourage you, who doesn't encourage you when like, you're okay, you're fine, you guys don't get married, and but you just want to be around people who will uplift you if you're very down on yourself about getting married or having kids or job or anything like that. So
yeah. And then what's the next one?
So the next one is have a conversation that should happen before you.
Sorry, I don't want. She's reading that, but having a conversation about it, basically.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't want you to keep going because having conversation. So there's a difference between nagging and having the conversation. The having the conversation, what should have happened? When should that conversation should have happened anyway?
Before you guys started getting serious. One thing that we always talk about is that when you guys are sitting down and you guys think about when you guys get married, you guys are gonna be together forever. For us, we don't have a back door; it's shut. I mean, there's no door at all.
No, nothing.
So we have to work our differences. I mean, yeah, there's times where I just want to like not be around him, but that's that's married life. But we
Thug life.
So that's what we focus on, is that before that, we when you guys get serious, you guys talk about it. You actually, before even you guys start even dating, you want to
before dating, talk about marriage.
No, I'm talking about, so when you guys actually, before you guys start dating, this is something that we learned from people that we adore and that we look up to. And we actually heard this about a couple weeks ago, is that before they started dating, they actually sat down and the guy figured out what's his non-negotiable values, and vice versa, even the females. I mean, if one person doesn't want any kids and the other one wants kids, that there's no reason for you guys to be together at all as dating, as a husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend. So I mean, right before you guys actually, you guys sit down, you got dated, blah blah blah, whatever, and then when you guys want to be really serious, you guys got to sit down and be like, this is the value of marriage that I want. And and no one really does that. No one really goes and talk together. They're in their feelings more than
so deep in the feelings.
They're in their feelings more than they actually what the situation is. And that when they talk about what, this is how, I'm going all over the place, but yeah, so you gotta sit down, make sure you guys are the same value of marriage. And like I said, you guys are going to be together for a long time. So
yeah, I mean, so let's say in your case, well, hey, we've already been together for a long time. I can't. Well, still have the conversation. Come together, talk about it. Say, hey, we didn't have this conversation maybe this past 2 years, 5 years, but moving forward, I would love. I really value marriage. It's something that I've always longed to do, and just have someone that I can spend the rest of my life with, or however the conversation is going to go. And then say, what are your values, or what are your thoughts on marriage, and so have that conversation with them and see what they're saying, what they're thinking, see what their values are, And maybe they had a history of divorces in their family, and so maybe that's something that's holding them back. Again, it could be the other two. Maybe they're just not financially secure. They don't feel secure. So maybe you got to encourage them. So just find out what the root cause is and see how you guys can move forward from there. Um,
I mean, I think that's the second biggest one, is that have a conversation with the person. I mean, for Adam and I, we didn't have that conversation, but now, I mean, now that we've learned, and now, I mean, we understand where our values are, and I think we're more unified than actually being right. And that's one thing that we learned too, is being unified as a husband and wife, as a, you know, future family with our kids. We got to be unified, and not be right about things. You know, there's times where I'll be like, "Oh, I'm right," I'm blah blah. Adam actually said this last night. He's like, it doesn't have to be whoever is right. It's that we are unified and that we know where we're all on the same page. It doesn't have to be a right or wrong situation. We're all all unified as one.
so this is the last reason, which is we feel is the biggest reason, honestly, um, and that is you're acting like you're married before you get married. S-
Meaning you are playing house.
you're playing marriage, you're playing every single thing without the title, and you're wondering why they don't want to marry you. Well,
Because they've
um,
already seen
I'll
you
give
are.
you from a guy's perspective. Like let's say, so I'm at first. I'm pursuing you. I'm chasing you. I'm doing everything, looking sharp, looking fresh. Try to get bring all the flowers, opening the doors, and then you're just letting me all up into the kitchen, the full kitchen. Not even give me a snack. You might give me a snack, but then you let me all up in the kitchen, doing every single thing. Now I'm playing house. What's the point of marriage? I don't need to marry you. You gave me everything you got. So what do I need to marry you? And that's the brutal truth right there. It's like if you're just gonna go ahead and give me everything, and I don't have to be committed. I still got a way out. My money's my money, and everything is yours is fine. But I get I get everything with that. I get the benefits with it. Then what do I need to put that ring on the finger for?
I want a disclosure. So everything we've done here, we've actually is guilty
Yeah,
of.
we're
We're
guilty.
guilty. I just
This
want you
is
guys to
stuff
let
we're
you know we're
helping.
not perfect. We're not the perfect married couple.
Oh, we're top.
We're not. So I just want you guys to know that we're
Jay
guilty
and
of
Bay,
all of
Adam
this.
and Elsie Blake.
I mean, the one
Okay.
thing that I guess Adam really did is, you know, he felt financially secure. Nagging, I don't think we nag. I don't think
You nag about marriage. So.
no. I nagged about other things, but not marriage. And then, you know, conversation. We got it now, of course. And then, you know, acting like you're married before you're married. I mean, we've been together for 5 years. We have our difficult times, and you know, our engagement was so fast. I mean, we didn't play married. Yes, we did things before we got married. Um, for example, you know, can I share this?
Why can't you?
um you know, we did it before we got married. So that's one thing that we want to let you guys know, that we're not perfect. So we've either done this or guilty of, and just know that we're not perfect.
But yeah, I mean, you gotta save that chase. Save it. Find out what their intentions are. So maybe so you guys have been and you have been making him chase all this time, and you're wondering, okay, why am I still not married? Well, find out what the intentions are. Maybe his intentions aren't to get married. That goes back to the other one, having that conversation. Is his intentions to really marry you or pursue you for the rest of his life, or is his intentions just to go ahead and get some, and we might date for a little bit so I can have someone around that I can just be with. Hey, Paula. But if not, then what are your intentions in this relationship? What is it going forward? And our first lady at our church, God First International, she did actually one of the best teachings I've seen on this topic, and
I don't
it
think
was
I
really
was.
great. I know you were
I was
helping out the
teaching.
kids,
Yeah.
but she did a great message. Is just like talking to the woman, like, what do you guys do? You guys are giving up everything, and you expect the man to put the ring on your finger.
I kind of heard
It's
some
like
of that
it was so
because she was
good.
talking about it. Yeah, it's really good, and the the way that she said it, I think because I was there when she said it, that you're just going out there and giving your, well,
Yeah.
this is the guy one where you're just planting seeds in different people.
Both. I mean, both you guys are just going out there and you're not wondering why you're never married. Well, you're not presenting yourself. You're not becoming that type of person who someone wants to marry. You know, it says a man who finds a wife, not a man who finds just a girl who's around just doing whatever. A man needs to find a wife. What's up, Drea? And so in that situation, don't act like it. Don't give up everything. And like I said, we're guilty of this type of stuff. You may be guilty, but you can make those corrections. Have a conversation about it. Just think about it. Talk about it. Find out what their intentions are. If their intentions are good, then okay, great. Move forward and just set a date and stuff like that. But don't be afraid of commitment. I think that's a lack of commitment as well. So we'll go over them really quick because we're gonna kind of cut these short. We're not gonna have them too long.
This one's kind of long.
So 4 reasons again. These could be there could be more reasons, but these are 4 that we found. Man, he may not be financially secure or scared. Maybe you're nagging him too much, not instead of encouraging him with affirmations. You guys haven't had that conversation yet to find out if they're really serious about marriage or what their intentions are. And then the fourth one will be you're acting, like you're married. So just figure out what may be different. And and the action step again, give a genuine compliment to somebody. Hopefully it's your spouse, not just somebody if you're married. So giving a genuine compliment. If you're not married, give it to somebody else. Spread the love like we do. Spread the love and help others prosper every day. You guys can be a part of that. Make that your mission as well. And with that said, we again are not your marriage gurus, but hey, let us know if you have any questions. Reach out to us. We definitely are just wanting to get around more people who want to be in a relationship, who are single, who are married, and really create a culture of just making better relationships. And we have great people that we follow. And if you want to get around people like that, let us know.
Most importantly, we follow God.
Yes. But we love you guys. Have a good one, and we will talk with you later. See ya.
Bye. Ooh.